All right, guys, so chapter 5, activity 1, if you look at it, and you definitely should look at it while you're watching this, maybe have 2 screens open or something. But what you have here is you've got several pictures, and you're supposed to decide on things that you would wear to these places. So if you check out the example, they start with the word llevo, so you need to know llevo means I wear. So we're going to start off with I wear, and then you are going to list at least 3 things that you would wear to these places. So I wear, and you do need to include colors. 3 things with colors. So we have I wear black pants, a white shirt, and black shoes. Now keep in mind we are starting with llevo. The word order, we have the color after the noun. Remember, your adjectives typically go after your noun. So we're going to keep that in mind. Adjective after the noun. And then adjective agreement. Pantalones is masculine and plural. So negros is masculine and plural. Camisa is feminine and singular. So is blanca. And zapatos is masculine and plural, so is negros. So keep that in mind. Also, we didn't say I wear black pants, white shirt, black shoes. We said I wear black pants, a white shirt, and black shoes. So make sure you use un, una, unos, or unas if you need to say a or an or some. That keeps you from sounding like a caveman. So as you're doing activity 1, turn that in, plan on making corrections. That is a normal part of learning. Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are a good thing. So moving on to activity 2. Activity 2 is pretty straightforward. It's just got the different places you would go. So number 1 for a party, you're just going to list 3 things for each of those places. I do want you to include your articles. So el, la, los, or las. Moving on to activity 3. Let's see. Okay, so for this one, they're going to give you a sentence, and that's right, but then we are going to replace the underlined noun with the noun that's in parentheses. So we're going to still write tango, but then instead of pantalones, we're going to write una falda. And then we're going to keep the color, but we're going to need to change it. So this says, I have black pants. We're going to change it to, I have a black skirt. Now the issue with negros, that is masculine and plural. It doesn't need to be plural anymore. It's just the one skirt. So we're going to take off the S, and then we're going to change that O to an A because falda is feminine. So make sure and change your adjective. So that's all you're doing, just replacing that noun and then change your adjective to still agree with it. So moving on to activity 4. This one, it's just matching. It's pretty straightforward. Pay attention to your demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, or those, and then clothing and colors. Pretty obvious. All right, activity 5. So for this one, I had you save this one for later on in the chapter on purpose. So don't be trying to do these in order. Activity 5 is one of the more difficult activities. But what you're supposed to do here is look at this picture, pick one person, and I want you to tell me what they're wearing. And I am adding the stipulation, include 3 items along with their colors. So for that one, you're going to start with either él or ella. Pick one. Don't tell me él and ella. It's got to either be he or she. Pick one. And then lleva means is wearing. So he is wearing or she is wearing. So you're going to include 3 items that they're wearing. This is good preparation for your chapter project, so definitely take this one seriously. Go back, make corrections. If you get something counted wrong, look for that exclamation point, and that's where it's going to give you some hints. But remember, use un or una, or unos or unas, if you need to say a or an, or if you need to say some. If you would say those things in English, you need to say them in Spanish. So use that so you don't sound like a caveman. Remember word order. So your noun or clothing item comes first, and then your adjective or your color. So that is a huge thing. That word order up here, we're trying to not sound like a caveman. This keeps us from sounding like a toddler. So definitely working on that. And then the last thing there is adjective agreement. Remember, if your noun is masculine or feminine, your adjective needs to agree. So that's gender. And then if your noun is singular or plural, it needs to agree there too. So that is number. So that is also not sounding like a toddler. So those are the things you're working on. And again, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That is actually a good thing. That is how you learn. So moving on to activity 6. Let's see. Oh, this one I actually wanted to work with you guys on because it's just good to know how to do this. So feel free to work with me. Maybe pause as I'm going through this one. But it says your school just enacted a new dress code. Basically, everything now has to be orange and black. So you need to find new things. Now in the directions, it says you need at least 5 new clothing words with colors. So 5 new clothing items with colors. So this is the point where normally I would say, hey guys, give me some clothing items, but we're not there. So let's see, I'm going to say we need a black shirt. Let's go with some black shoes, some orange sunglasses, something else that's orange, orange pants, and let's pick something that is orange and black. Orange and black.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm trying to think of things that we've learned. Lila, help me out here. What's a clothing item?
What's a clothing item? What does that mean?
Like something you wear. Ooh, how about some...
Sleeves?
Well, we've got a shirt. How about some shorts?
You can write on there?
Yes, I can write on there. Isn't that cool? Okay.
Can you erase it?
Well, I'm making a video for my students. But yes, I can. I'll show you later. Let me finish my video. Sorry, guys. Those are my kids, Lila and Remy. They're really excited about me writing on the iPad right now.
I want to do it.
Check it out. There, I can erase the little marks that I've got. Okay, so hang on. Let me finish this. All right, so we're going to start with either necesito or compro. And it's just up to you, whichever one you want to go with. Necesito means I need. Compro means I buy or I am buying. That would be a good translation. So you can go with whichever one you want. I'm going to start with necesito. Now, remember, we don't want to sound like a caveman. So we need to use un or una or maybe unos or unas.
Ento.
So if I want to say, and I put these together for a reason, black shirt, black shoes, orange sunglasses, orange pants. Think about this in English. I don't have to say, I want a black shirt and black shoes and black sunglasses and black pants and black shorts. I can just say, I want a black shirt, shoes, sunglasses, pants, and shorts. And because I said black the one time, you understand that what I was saying is that everything's going to be black. So you can do that same thing in Spanish. I can go through and I can say, I need a black shirt, black shoes, and I can say the color every time if I want to, and you're welcome to do that if you want to do that. but I want to show you something that's a little more conversational. So if we put black shirt and shoes together, so I want a black shirt and shoes. Keep in mind the word order. Your color is going to go after your noun. Now, I don't want to say, I need black shirt. I need black shirt. That sounds like a caveman. I need a black shirt. So the word for shirt is camisa. I'm going to put my color afterwards. And I want to say a shirt. So camisa is feminine. I'm going to go with una. So necesito una camisa. And then I want to say and black shoes. Now I don't have to say some black shoes. That would make sense, but it's not really necessary. So same thing in Spanish. I could say unos zapatos, or I could just say zapatos. So I'm going to go with zapatos. So now we've got an issue. The word for my color here, negro. Now I've got una camisa and zapatos. So then the question is, okay, what do I do with my adjective agreement? Basically, we default to the masculine. If there is one thing in here that's masculine, then we'll keep it masculine. Camisa is feminine, but zapatos are masculine. So we're going to leave it masculine. But now I am definitely talking about plural things. Even if each of these were singular, together they are more than one. So we are going to need to make that plural. So now I can move on. I could add another E in there, or I can maybe start with my other verb. So I need a black shirt and black shoes, basically. I buy, compro, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Orange sunglasses and pants. And again, I could say I need orange sunglasses and orange pants. I'm just showing you this for the sake of being able to do it. So I am buying sunglasses. I don't have to say some sunglasses. So I'm just going to go with sunglasses. So this is the point where you should look at your vocabulary. But you have two options here, gafas de sol or lentes del sol. I always go with gafas. I'm not really sure why. So gafas de sol, I'm going to do the same thing that I did up here. So sunglasses and E, pants, pantalones. And now I've got to decide, okay, is either of these masculine? So if you look at pantalones, you'll see on your vocab list it says los pantalones. So that is masculine. So the word for orange, anaranjado, I'm going to leave it masculine. Now I am talking about plural things, so I need to add an S there. Now, if I want to be really conversational, I could add in the word también. También means also. So también necesito, I also need. Now, orange and black shorts. Hang on just a minute, Remy. Okay. So orange and black shorts. Again, I'm still moving my colors to after shorts. So I'm going to say shorts, orange, and black. So shorts, we've got, I think officially, pantalones cortos. We'll go with that. That's what your vocab list says. Now, it is shorts, pantalones cortos. Those are plural words. This is a plural thing. So orange and black. Anaranjado, because that is plural, it needs to be anaranjados. Y, and then I'm going to make negro into negros with an S there. So that is how you can kind of combine things, make them a little bit more conversational, a little bit better paragraph, more readable. So again, you don't have to stick with this, but honestly, I've worked on it for you here. It's just a good thing to know. All right, moving on. Activity 7. So for activity 7, they want you just to translate the sentence. So the socks are gray. Pretty simple. The socks, if you look on your vocab list, it says los calcetines. And I've got a little reminder here for you. Is S, R is son. So here I'm saying are son. And then the word for gray, gris. Adjective agreement though. So calcetines, masculine and plural. I know that because of the los. And gris, yeah, it already ends in an S, but S is a consonant. So we are going to add ES there. So that's activity 7. Activity 8 I want to do with you guys. So this one, pause as you're thinking through it. The first thing you've got to do is figure out what the question is asking. So number 1, ¿de qué color son tus zapatos? ¿De qué color? We're seeing that. Remy, buddy, you're fine. Give me just a minute, please. So we're seeing de qué color over and over again. So that means what color? And then either es or son, which you guys know, es is, son is are. So what color is or what color are? And then on this one, tus zapatos. So think about that. What color are your shoes? So now we're going to answer this. If I said, what color are your shoes? You're going to respond not with your shoes are. First off, I'm not in front of you and you don't know what color my shoes are. If I ask you what color are your shoes, you're going to say my shoes are. So we need to change this from tus to mis. And then the word for shoes is already here, mis zapatos. Now look at your question for how to say are. My shoes are. Son, right there. Now you're going to pick a color. Zapatos is masculine and plural. Make sure your adjective matches that.
Mommy, the baby's awake.
I'm going to let you guys do this one. Let's look at number 3. ¿De qué color son los pantalones de una persona en tu clase? So what color are the pants, de is of a person in your class? Now we are not in class, so you're just going to have to think theoretically. Typically, you're in a classroom with people with blue jeans on. So we'll say they are blue. You can pick whatever color. So there are a lot of different ways to answer this. The easiest thing is just to say they are and then whatever color. So to say they are, we're going to go with son. Son. They are. And then we're going to come up with our color. It's going to need to agree with los pantalones being masculine and plural. I think you guys can handle this one. This fourth one, or what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This fifth one is very similar to number 3. Now this one I do want to talk about, this last one. ¿De qué color es tu pijama? I definitely, if you're feeling like you have got this, I want you to pause this and try it. So the question is, ¿de qué color es tu pijama? What color, we would say, are your pajamas? The problem here is this right here, es tu pijama. So think grammatically for a second. That is not plural, that's singular. If it were are your pajamas, literally, it would say son tus pijamas. But I want you guys thinking grammatically here, okay? So we're going to stick with what it has, es tu pijama. So literally, what color is your pajama? So we're going to say my pajama is, literally. So we're going to change to your, to my, me, and then pijama is es. Now the issue with pijama, if you look at your vocabulary list, it does not say la pijama. It says el pijama. So this is one of those exceptions where it looks feminine, but it is masculine. That article is not going to lie to us. So because it's el pijama, that needs to be masculine. And remember, it's just the one pajama, so it's going to be singular as well. All right, so let's move on to activity 9. Activity 9 for this one, let's see. Okay, so these are going to be one-word answers. So in the example, it says you're looking at some gloves that are nearby. So keep in mind, if it's close by or near, it's going to be this or these. If it says it's a bit farther away, it'll be that or those. If it says it's far away, we're going to go with that or those over there. So those are the ones that start with the A's. These are the ones that start with the E's, as far as that and those. So in the example, the word was guantes for gloves, and they're nearby. So it's these gloves. So this is este. To make it these, masculine, it was estos. I think you guys can handle that one. All right, activity 10, let's see. Oh, okay, so that one's really straightforward. I did want to remind you guys to don't forget to look at the responses after the blanks. That makes these things a lot easier. Activity 11, that one's really self-explanatory. You're going to put the conversation in order. Use your vocabulary list. Activity 12. Okay, so this one is using our new verb ir. Remember, that's to go. Look at your notes for the conjugations because we need to conjugate this verb. So you're just going to look at the question. They pretty much all start with que vas or con quien vas. Remember, que means what, con quien, that means with whom. So what are you going? With whom are you going, pretty much. So that's what you're going to be seeing. And then you're going to answer with whatever's in parentheses. So the example question, ¿Qué vas a mirar esta noche? What are you going to watch tonight? And the answer is Coco. I am going to watch Coco. So the infinitive is already in the question.
Mommy,
You've got to, hang on, Betty. You've got to conjugate ir to go, I guess it's going to be yo every time. Yeah, well, no, you got to look at the question. So it may be yo, it may be somebody else. But this is your formula. All right, activity 13. This one is a lot more up to you. It just says, say what these people are going to do this weekend. So follow the example. You're going to start with the person that they give you, conjugate ir. It's all those that start with the V's. And then a, and then the infinitive of whatever you want to say they're going to do. And then este fin de semana. All right, 14, that one's self-explanatory. Find the verb, choose the pronoun. For 15, let me open this one up. Okay, this one's not bad. You're just going to conjugate the verb to agree with the subject. So like in number 1, mi amigo, you need to know what that means. So mi amigo is my friend. My friend would be he, and then you find which AR ending goes with he. It's an A. So don't forget, take off the AR. So like if your verb is nadar, take that off and then add the ending. So nada would be he is swimming. All right, let's look at activity 16. So for 16, okay, this one's not bad at all. So in our example, Diego mirar la televisión, you're just going to find the verb. It's going to be the word that ends in AR, and you're going to conjugate it. So rewrite it how it is. Diego mirar la televisión. But then you know you've got to take off the AR, and then you've got to add your ending. So Diego, you know, is, that's an N. Diego is he. He in Spanish is él. And then we've seen in this chapter, él goes with a. So then we're just going to add an A there. Diego mira la televisión. Now this one, the computer grades, make sure you put a period at the end of your sentences. Activity 17. This one, let's just go over a couple of these. These are just questions about you, questions about your life. So this first one, ¿qué música escuchas? All these question words. These you may need to go back and look in your notes or word reference them. But ¿qué música escuchas? ¿Qué, we've learned, means what. Música, I think you guys know, music. And then escuchas, when you see the verb, then you need to go probably into your vocabulary list and find out what that means. Escuchar is to listen to. But then when it ends in AS, that goes with to, which is you. So what music do you listen to? So then you're going to say, I listen to, and then whatever you listen to. So we're going to change this verb, escuchar, to go with yo, and the yo ending is an O. So take off the AR in escuchar. Here we're going to change it to an O. I listen to, and then whatever you listen to. Now, word reference is going to come into handy here. If you listen to pop music, look it up on word reference. You'll know it when you see it. You could also put the name of a band there. That would be fine. Now, let's look at the second one. ¿Cuántos zapatos tienes? I'm going to let you guys figure this out, but I want to remind you, tienes comes from tener. So look up in your notes what that means. And then the ES goes with you. So if it's asking about you, you want to answer with I. This third one, ¿quién baila bien en tu familia? So ¿quién means who. If you look up bailar, that means to dance. Now that A is the he or she conjugation. Bien is well. And tu familia, I think you know, in your family. So who dances well in your family? So you'll say so-and-so dances well. So you just put their name there. Think about your conjugation of bailar. If you pick one person in your family who dances well, that's going to be the he or she conjugation, which is this conjugation. So baila. And then well, bien. So-and-so baila bien. Now, if you picked more than one person, my sisters dance well, then it would be they dance. So then it would be bailan. So it just kind of depends on who you go with. If you want to say I dance well, then that ending is going to be different. Number 3, I think you guys can handle. Number 4, I think you can handle. This last one, let's talk about. ¿Cómo pagas en una tienda? So ¿cómo is how. Pagas comes from pagar. If you look it up, that's to pay. It ends in AS, so that's you pay. Now, we wouldn't say how you pay. We say how do you pay. A tienda is a store. So how do you pay in a store? So the question that it's wanting to know is, okay, do you pay with cash? Do you pay with a card? What do you pay with? All those options are in your vocab list. So you're going to change pagar to go with yo. Take off that AR. Yo is O. And then from your vocab list, I pay with cash, pago en efectivo, pago con tarjeta de crédito, whatever you want to go with, get it from your vocab list. All right, last one, activity 18. So this one is pulling together adjective agreement and verb agreement. So this is a big deal. So if you look at the example, it says, quiero los guantes rojas. There's a problem here. And I would say the best thing to do is look at your noun. So, los guantes. I hope you're starting to notice things. Los is masculine and it's plural. So then let's look at our adjective. Rojas. Is that masculine and plural? It is plural, but it's not masculine. So then the answer is to change that and make it masculine. So change that A to an O and keep it plural. Now down here I gave you another example. I think I maybe got this from the activity. So on this one, música is our noun. Pop is fine. So it must be the verb. It's always either the adjective or the verb. So I would say then let's look at our subject. Nosotros is an, the ending that goes with nosotros. If you look at your notes, you will see that it is not. So then the answer is to put the right verb in there. So we take off the AR and escuchar, and then the ending for nosotros is amos. So escuchamos would be the answer there. So those are all the activities. I hope this was helpful.